Hey there, comic book fans. I'm back from the comic shop again this week. Big week for me. 11 comics, $42 worth. But first, let me show you top of the printer museum covers for the week. We got The Jam. What issue number was it? A Dark Horse issue. Issue number 8. Bernie Miro. Always loved his stuff. Series The Jam is really cool. Is this the colorized stuff? Because he printed it black and white, then I think it was printed later on in color. I don't know, Dark Horse may have printed it in color, I can't remember. And one from my childhood, Incredible Hulk 198, though I don't think this is the actual copy from my childhood. I can't. At one point I bought a bunch of like mint condition Hulks around issue 200 just because they were my favorites from when I was a kid, and mine were all battered from when I was a kid. Still have mine, but I bought some mint condition ones. They were dirt cheap in the early 2000s. I think I paid like $2 or $3 an issue for mint condition Hulks. Like I don't know, 198 to 190 to 210 or something like that. And I think this is one of them because it looks like it's in pretty good shape. This is a Gil Kane and John Romita cover. Looks more like John Romita than Gil Kane. That's definitely like a John Romita head on that Hulk there. But, just had these two out all week. Looking at us when I walked by on the top of my printer. And now I'll find 2 new ones to take their place. And what else do we have? Comic shop news with Superman. Looks like someone trying to draw a little like Mike Mignola. Very graphic designy. Who is it? Andy Kubert. Okay. Andy Kubert using some harsh shadows. Dawn brightens DC's 2023 schedule. Okay. I always enjoy reading comic shop news. See what's coming out. I was looking at a nice Wonder Woman cover today. I can't remember who did it. Looked like she was wearing a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader's jacket. Ooh, look, Wiz Comics number 1. Wonder if that's a facsimile or something else. I'll have to find out. Let's see. The first comic today is one I pulled off the shelf. Frank Frazetta's Dawn Attack. And I wasn't sure if I was going to get this. The inside art looks pretty cool. I enjoyed Death Dealer a lot. Let's see. Who's doing this one? Anyone from the script? Jody Hauser and Eric Campbell. Art, Diego Yapur and Dan McDade. Colors, Carlos Cabrera and Felipe Sobrero. Letters, Jacob Bashel. But what actually sold me on it was I liked that they put the covers in the back. I was like, oh, I want to see those other covers. So I was like, I'll buy it just to see the other covers. And they're actually coming out with a Death Dealer comic just showing all the covers. That's a pretty cool idea, even though I have all the covers already printed in the back of the comics. I didn't pre-order it, but if I see a copy, maybe I'll pick it up. Then we got Starhenge, Book 1, The Dragon and the Boar, Issue 6. I think this is the last issue of this series arc, whatever it is. I've been enjoying it. It's a little weird. Future space robots, past, King Arthur, present, couple of California kids, and all sorts of weird mythological stuff going on. It's been fun. I don't know if he's going to be doing any more of them. We'll have to see. I don't know what his plans are for it since I haven't looked. But I've been enjoying that series. The latest issue of Radiant Black. Issue number 20. I think the new story arc started last issue. These giant robots that may be wanting to kill all the Radiant Blacks or something. Let's see who does it. Kyle Higgins and Marcelo Costa. They were the original guys, so they're still doing it. Letterer Becca Carey. Color assistant Rob Fernandez. Fun superhero story. Good stuff. I'll have fun with it. Then we have a special $2 comic. Mark Miller, Juanan Ramirez, $1.99, Nightclub, issue 1. I think it's a 6-issue series. I put it on my pull list sight unseen because $2 an issue, I'll buy it. Mark Miller, I'm kind of, he's got like a 500 batting average with me. It's really artist dependent. This looks like a pretty good artist too. But for $2 an issue, I'll buy it. That sounds good. I want more $2 comics. So I'll buy this one. Love Everlasting, issue number 5. I really liked issue number 4. Issue number 4 may have been my favorite comic of this series so far. Some really beautiful art and storytelling by, what's her name? Hold on, let me look at it again. Elsa Charretier. There's the whole credits list. Tom King. And they're stories about they're romance comic stories about a woman who knows she's in a romance comic. I don't know where it's ultimately going, but it's been so far. Last issue was like it was a war story, either 1 or 2. I can't remember. I think World War II. Really poignant story about, the men who don't come back from war. In romance comics too. So it was. Oh, look, a new issue of the Ice Cream Man, issue number 33. Looks like we have the Ice Cream Man and the Ice Cream Girl. These are all kind of done-in-one horror stories. I really haven't seen that. In the beginning, they kind of had some overarching thing that they were doing, but I really haven't seen that in a while. But I'm okay. I only jumped on in the middle, like issue 17 or 18. We're up to 33 now, so that was a while ago. I read some of the early ones on Hoopla, so I decided to just jump on it, and I've been buying it ever since. Then we've got Grimm, issue 6. I wonder if this is the last issue. These Boom stuff is usually miniseries. Let me give a quick glimpse at the last page, see if there's a continued. To be continued. I just saw it to be continued, so it's not the last issue. Story of a Grim Reaper. And there's lots of them, and this girl is one of them. This woman is one of them. She's one of the Grim Reapers who goes, then things happened, and found out she's, I don't know, the daughter of death or something, and there's wars going on in the afterlife. I don't know. Post-death fantasy story. Let's say I've been enjoying it with Stephanie Phillips, Flaviano, and Rico Renzi are on our cover here. Then we've got Dark Ride, Williamson, Bresson, and Lucas. These are the Birthright guys writing this story about a guy who made a deal with the devil to make so his horror theme park would be successful. Now he's got a whole horror franchise, but he's not actually in it. It's his kids who are running this. Look at that one kid who are running this. But in the first issue, someone died, and now that kid's sister is looking for him too. So that's another theme going on in this book. But nice art. We'll see how the story develops, but I've liked it so far. Oh, here's the one I wasn't sure if I was going to get. It's by the Ice Cream Man guys. It's called Art Brute. It was originally published in like 2018 in another name. See if we got that. All of a sudden I can't remember the name. And they said they remastered it for this. I don't know what that means. But I was like, do I want to buy? I ended up going on eBay and finding the original trade paperback for $8 or something. And I bought it. So now I said, I'll buy the first issue of this just to see so I can compare and contrast. And then I'll see if I want to buy any more of it or the other trade is good with me. Three Keys, issue number 3. This one is still not on my pull list. I've ordered each issue individually because I like the artwork, but the story hasn't thrilled me. It's got this Adam Hughes-ish type art. The art's really pretty. Storytelling is a little choppy. Something about these keys and fighting off Cthulhu type elder gods and stuff like that. With our tiger guy and our woman, and the 3 keys look like swords because they're so big. But we'll give it another issue. We'll see if I like it or not. Well, I do like it. I just haven't decided if I like it enough to get even more of it. And the last thing we got is one I worked on. Bad Idea, They're All Terrible, number 1. And this one is not only got gloss on it, spot gloss on it. This pink is it's a Pantone 5th color ink. This is a color, and so is this blue. It's a Pantone spot color. These are colors you can't make with normal printing. So that how to make those special. And Boy, it was a pain in the neck to set up the file, but it came out nice. They're all I don't even know. I put it together. I still don't even know what it's about. I'm gonna have to read it. I always read them for the first time when I get them. You can find my name in the back. And you know, after all the time I put into getting that cover correct, I'm glad it printed so nicely. So I'm happy with it. Little teeny tiny dots on top of spot color. Printer did a nice job with this one. Alrighty, let me show you a little my artwork back here. What do we got? Got a sideways, because these keep... I don't know what it is with these pages. They're like more curved than they used to be or something. So I used to sit them right up here and they just stay there. Now it's like they keep falling over if they're like that. And you can see the little bend or curve to the paper. I don't know what that is. But here we go. Dreams of Things 164. This one's kind of all over the place. Usually I got one big image in these. That's how I like to do things with these. But here we got lots of little images all tied together with color and line. This is a real strange dreamscape. We got friendly faces, unfriendly faces, and lots of different colors going on. I like the way this one turned out. It's different. Sometimes different is good. In this case, I like it. See there? There's my one big image and a little skinny image. One big image different than all these tiny little images. Alrighty. One big image again. That one's got to get colored one of these days. Maybe I'll have that one finished for next week. Well, anyway, there you go. Some artwork, lots of comic books, and you guys have a good week out there.